Hi,
Hey,
everyone. Welcome in.
hey, everybody. Hey, Jeffrey Resendez.
Yeah, welcome in,
Welcome in.
Jeffrey.
Glad you're here. Always the
Yeah,
first one, Jeffrey. We appreciate that.
yeah, for sure. Thanks for the support, and looking forward to chatting with you tonight. Tonight we'll be talking about Disney Springs. So hopefully, and why we love it, different things that we really enjoy about Disney Springs, and looking forward to talking with everybody about it tonight. And just getting started here at the outset as people are joining in. Also, welcome to everyone that'll be watching on the replay. Thanks for the support, and appreciate any comments that we get from you as well. Anybody that is a fan of our channel and it doesn't necessarily want to comment, but we love to hear from you. I know we've got some other viewers that watch our channel, and so feel free to comment. Don't be scared to comment. Let us know. Let us know you're here. But anyway, just a little bit of today in Disney history. We're looking at 1941 on July the 7th. The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad debuted, and it combined two stories: The Wind in the Willows and The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, and it is on Disney Plus.
It is. I have watched part of it. I've got to go back and watch the rest of it. It's really good. And I love the history on Mr. Toad because Mr. Toad's Wild Ride is one of our favorites at Disneyland. So
yeah, the one at Disney World was traumatic for me whenever I was little. But anyway,
sorry.
I rode the one at Disneyland, and the end of the one at Disneyland is different than the one at Disney World. So anybody that wants to know the difference can look up a YouTube video on the one at Disney World and the one at Disneyland, and also a little bit of a, not necessarily, I guess, hidden Mickey, more so of an Easter egg in the Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh ride that replaced Mr. Toad's Wild Ride at Disney World. As you ride through the ride and you get into Al's house, you can look over on the wall, and there's a picture of Al, of Mr. Toad handing over the deed to Al. So
there is.
Anybody who's never noticed that, just a little Easter egg for you.
Yeah, it's cool. So, I think I have a picture of it. I think I
and also too
on one of our trips. Pretty cool.
Yeah, I think we mentioned. I think we talked about it last week. The pet cemetery at the Haunted Mansion. There is a tombstone and a little statue for Mr. Toad in the pet cemetery. So
yeah, R.I.P. Mr. Toad.
Yeah. But hey, welcome in. I'm guessing it's Garrett. Is it Garrett tonight? Monarch Moments. Hey, Jeffrey, good to see you.
Hi, Garrett. Nice to see you. And Jeffrey, welcome in.
On this day in Disney history. Yeah. So on this day in Disney history in 1971, Bedknobs and Broomsticks premiered in London. I believe that's also on Disney Plus too.
It is. It is. I've rewatched Bedknobs and Broomsticks. And the first time I ever saw Bedknobs and Broomsticks, it was not long after it came out. Well, I don't know. It's probably at least a year after it came out, because my school showed that. I was like in the first grade or something, and my school actually showed it in our auditorium. It was like the old film strip, kind of thing.
Hey there, Kylie.
We have a visitor tonight.
Came out of nowhere. I like your ears.
Thank you. This is your granddaughter, Kylie.
Yeah.
And she'll be helping us out tonight.
Yeah,
Bedknobs and Broomsticks, if you haven't seen it, it's great. Angela Lansbury, you just can't beat Angela Lansbury. So it's really great if you haven't seen it. Wonderful classic movie.
Also in this date, in 1971, Mission to Mars closed at Walt Disney World. And fast forward to 2006, Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Man's Chest, the movie premiered, and the Pirates of the Caribbean ride reopened to include characters from the movie.
And that was pretty cool. I remember when they added Barbossa and Jack Sparrow, throughout the ride. It was so cool. And I still love that. it was, I think they said the ride inspired the movie, and the movie turned around and inspired the ride. So that was
I've always thought that's the funniest thing because it's almost like rideception, because you had the ride and then you had the movie and then you added stuff from the movie into the ride,
right.
And then the I believe is it the one it's the one at Shanghai, I believe, that's based on the movies. So it's a ride. It's a ride based off a movie based off of a movie that was based off a ride.
Yes, yeah. The Pirates in Shanghai Disneyland is the best. It's amazing. If you get a chance, guys,
There's a 4K
look
video
up YouTube
of it on
videos
YouTube
on Pirates of the
amazing.
Caribbean. It's wow. It's hands down the best Pirates of the Caribbean. Sorry, Disneyland. Shanghai got you beat on that. Yeah.
Disneyland is super cool. It's classic, but in terms of using modern day tech, man, the one at Disneyland Shanghai.
Hope to make it sometime. Hope to make it to Shanghai sometime.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Definitely.
But so really cool to look for Jack throughout the ride, the Pirates ride. Also, in 2008, Toy Story Mania opened at Walt Disney World at Hollywood Studios. And also, fun fact, I was one of the people. Me and my best friend Clay were two of the people to be the first 1,000, or in the first 1,000, to ride Toy Story Mania.
Mm-hmm.
So, because we rode it,
that was pretty cool.
Yeah, we rode it a few days after it opened. I mean, it was just a timing thing, complete happenstance. So yeah, we had a blast with it.
Oh, thanks. Monarch Moment says enjoyed all the older pics of you guys when Will was a young fella on Instagram. Yeah, I posted a lot of our from when the kids were young on Instagram. Y'all check those out. But we've got a ton of them. I love all those pictures. And, going back, I make an Instagram post pretty much every day on our Hitchhiking Bones account. And it's fun to go back and look at all those pictures.
Yeah.
So I pulled out some really good ones.
Yeah, I'm about to say I've been seeing them out there too. And also on this day in 2009, D23 launched, and it is the official community for Disney fans. So we will have to. In the chat? Is anyone a member of D23? That is something that my mom and I have looked into, but if you had to pull the trigger on. So if you are a member, if you're a member of D23, let us know. Let us know what you enjoy about it. I've got a friend that I went to college with, and he and his wife have actually gone to the expo before. I'm not sure if it was just one time or multiple times, but he sent me really cool pictures kind of behind the scenes of the for example, the Mandalorian's outfit that he got to see, in person that they use for filming. So really, really cool. It's something that we've thought about doing, but haven't done yet. So if you have it, if you're a member, let us know, what perks you enjoy or what you really love about being a member of D23.
Absolutely.
I know there are
we did it at some point. Watching, all of our all the live streamers at D23, and just there are some perks. There are different levels of membership. We've looked into it, and we may do that at some point and try to make it out there. Really, I think it'd be fun.
Yeah. About to say, I think that about covers it for this day in Disney history. Once again, for anyone that joined after we initially began the stream, we will be discussing Disney Springs tonight, or Downtown Disney. If you have some fond memories of Downtown Disney before it was updated to Disney Springs, let us know. That's what we'll be talking about tonight. Looking forward to discussing that with you. And also we have a big announcement as well, and actually they're here in the chat tonight, but we'll also mention this at the end of the stream too, but we are going to be doing a collaboration with none other than drum roll, Monarch Moments. So Monarch Moments will be on the
Yeah.
stream with us next week, and they're going to be talking about
Cruising.
Yes. So we have never done a Disney
Yeah.
cruise, but
Disney cruising.
we're going to bring them on and let them sell us as if we need to be sold on it.
Right.
It's more so a matter of funds than it is anything else.
Twist our arms to go on a Disney cruise.
So we are super excited to talk about Disney cruises with Monarch Moments, Garrett and Michelle, next week. So we'll keep advertising that and anxiously looking forward to it as well. Can't wait to talk with you guys.
Absolutely.
And hear more about Disney cruises.
Looking forward
where you've gone and everything. So
looking
just
forward
a
to it.
little teaser there.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. I know you guys took a Christmas cruise, and it was like a land and sea, and you guys went to the parks, and then on your cruise, or maybe the cruise and then the parks. I can't remember the order, but that would be a lot of fun. I mean, to do the cruise and the parks is like, would be amazing. So yeah. Looking forward to having you, and so we'll talk about that, and it'll be next week. So you guys, remember that. We are really looking forward to it.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll mention that again as we sign off later on tonight. But very excited. So looking forward to it. And thanks to y'all for being willing to come on the stream.
Oh, definitely. We're looking forward to it. Disney Springs. Okay. We decided to go ahead and do Disney Springs as a kind of as one of the parks, because Disney Springs is part of Walt Disney World, and it opened October 1st, 1971. Disney Springs was previously known as Lake Buena Vista Shopping Village. Now I remember that. In 1975, Walt Disney World Village. In 1977, Disney Village Marketplace in 89. And then in 1997, it changed to Downtown Disney. I remember it best as Downtown Disney. I guess we went.
Yeah, me too.
We started going.
We went so many years, we went so many times, in a short period of time that it was Downtown Disney during that time. So yeah, that's what I usually think of it as. But I know it is Disney Springs now.
We have always enjoyed that area, even when it was Downtown Disney, and then of course they decided to expand it, and it became Disney Springs on September 29th of 2015 is when they officially changed the name to Disney Springs. There was a lot of renovation. They added a lot more space to it for shops and restaurants. It's 120 acres. And I didn't realize this, but it's divided into 4 district areas: Marketplace, the Landing, Town Center, and West Side. Buses and water taxis operated by Disney Transport provide transportation between Disney Springs and other areas of Walt Disney World, which we know. That's part of the.
That's huge.
Yeah, that's really, because you can get to Disney Springs from a lot of the parks. Well, from all the parks, I guess, if you navigate the system correctly. And then you can also get to it from some of the resorts via water taxi. So it's accessible. It's big. When they renovated it, they really did an amazing job. And it has really next level shopping and restaurants down there. We have our favorites. We're going to talk about some of our favorites tonight. Favorite shops. I put favorite shops first. We'll save food for last because it's it's our favorite thing. But for my favorite shop, I got to go with World of Disney. I've got to go with World of Disney. It's hands down the best shopping and the largest, I think, on property for Disney products.
Yeah.
So the entrance with that big stitch, there's a big stitch that spits on you. It's really cool. The entrance is great. We almost always go there. It's easily accessible from the Lime Garage.
Have they taken down the stitch already?
They may have.
I know they did the big facelift to World of Disney.
I don't know if they took down. I think Stitch may still be there.
Okay.
I think
I
he was
can't
still there the
remember.
last
I'd have
time I
to.
was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been. Let's see. The last time I would have been there would have been last September. So,
Yeah.
they have done somewhat of a facelift. There's not. Disney is going with more of a, I guess, a streamlined look in some of their shops, and so they've taken down a lot of the I don't know, the big characters, and
Yeah.
it's not as animated, if you will.
Mhm.
It's the lines are cleaner. It's more contemporary looking, I guess you might say. But so I don't know if Stitch is still there. He's at a different entrance, in all fairness. I did not go in the entrance where Stitch is. So.
Yeah, I was about to say, whenever they announced it, I wasn't a big fan, just because, I want things to be larger than life.
Right.
Whenever I go to Disney, I don't want things to be toned down, where crisp or clean looking per se. So yeah, I was, whenever they made the announcement that they were going to be, taking down the characters and changing up the store, I was not a huge fan. I can remember, being
Stitch will spit on you. He's like the camel in Fantasyland. Watch out, he spits.
Yeah.
So,
I can remember, I guess I need to go again, but they used to have the I guess the pirate zombies that were in the cages on one of the entrances. And I can remember, our first trip probably after I was 3 years old. That first trip we took before we started taking a lot of trips. I think it was like 2006. I think I was 8th grade going into 9th, and it still made me a little bit nervous to walk past walk through that entrance with the pirates, the kind of pirate zombies that were kind of like in the jail sides of World of Disney.
Hey, big Disney fan. Welcome in, Keith. It's so good to have you here. Yes, back to the, as far as I'm still thinking about the Stitch that spits on you, and the larger than life. Disney has redesigned, several areas. You're seeing it a lot in their stores and their shops, merchandising. They're streamlining more. I guess the trends for younger shoppers are, more contemporary, cleaner lines, that kind of thing. Not as many of the great big fun characters. And I love that to a degree, but I think they walk a fine line there because it's Disney, so you expect larger than life, you expect characters, and Disney is first and foremost a children's park, and that's what children love. So they kind of do walk a fine line on that, I think. But I got Wonderful World of Disney for my favorite shop.
Yeah.
And it is, I don't know how many square feet that a shop is, but it's huge.
Massive.
If you're looking for something specific, don't waste time wandering around. Just ask and see them.
Yeah.
They're there to help. They will take you right to what you're looking for, and it's the quickest way to find what you're looking for.
Yeah, for sure. I was about to say, you can easily lose a family member if you split up in World of Disney.
You could. You could, or and if all of you go out different exits, it's like, okay, you're in totally different areas of Disney Springs. So it might take you hours to find each other if you do that. But so what's your number one, William?
Oh, definitely World of Disney for sure.
Yeah, I think so. My second on the list is the Christmas shop.
It's a great one.
Well, I started a
Disney
tradition
days
several years ago of buying Christmas ornaments for every trip. When we go on vacation, I buy a Christmas ornament to, I don't know, to commemorate every trip.
Yeah.
And then it just makes a great Christmas tree. So I go every time to the Christmas shop and usually pick up some new Christmas decorations for the house and a Christmas ornament. So highly recommend that Christmas store.
Yeah.
Do you have a number two?
Number 2 on my list is Disney Pin Traders. So the big pin trading booth there at Disney Springs that's just loaded with pins. Also, there you can look at magic bands there too. Just a great place to go and look at a large pin selection.
Don't they have pin trading events there?
I believe so. Yes. I've seen maybe over the years 1 or 2 people trading there. Of course we don't linger per se. We're always moving since we don't get to go as frequently. But yeah, we I think they have pin trading events, and also if you look in the cases that they have,
I'll check your message.
Yeah, there are also limited edition pins as well, and those are usually really cool.
If I'm not mistaken, that pin store, you can also get the magic bands, has one of the larger selections.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
I thought so.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So yeah, that's a good pick. The last one that I picked among favorite shops is the Art of Disney.
Yeah.
And I in a second, I totally love the Art of Disney. I could absolutely go broke in there. It's full of original prints, Disney art, everything from traditional to contemporary, from various Disney artists. If you're a fan of Disney art, by all means, go in there and look, because they have everything from to cheaper prints that maybe $30, $35 for a really pretty matted print, all the way up to the larger pictures that are beautifully framed that maybe $350, $400. So there's something in every price range. If you're looking for a poster, just a poster to frame, for your wall or whatever, you can find it there.
Yeah.
I love it.
So let's see. Number 3 on my list, I would say the Lego store. They're at Disney Springs.
Yeah.
So yeah, they put up different things, different large Lego creations. There's always the sea monster that's out there in the water. That seems like it's been there forever. And then they had the Disney family, the tourist family and their dog. That was always out there. I think different stores. So they have a Lego store at both Disneyland and Disney Walt Disney World at Disney Springs, and so that whenever we went, there was a giant Beauty and the Beast. I guess Lego sculpture.
I didn't get to see that one.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
I could have gone on over there before and saw that.
Yeah, they'll have something. They'll have something.
Oh, there's all sorts of cool stuff upstairs at the Lego store at Disneyland. They had a full size Darth Vader, which was amazing.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, and then I've posed with Lego Hulk before. It was really neat too.
Yeah, Keith, you can wear your ears, all your Disney gear. You can wear your ears at Disney. A lot of the guys wear the ear hats or just a regular Disney hat. So yeah, that's a fun part of being in the park. Is getting to wear all of your Disney gear.
Yeah, I've got a bigger head, and so the ear hats don't fit me very well. So I keep an eye out for other fun hats to wear, like the Mater hat that I've got. right here.
Yeah. You have. Yeah, we've got tons of. I guess you can never have too many ears, and William has a ton of hats. I have a lot of Disney hats. So, yeah, that's a fun part of it, definitely, Keith. So go, before your trip, go on to Shop Disney or whatever, to your nearest Disney store, and get yourself some hats to match your T-shirts, because you got to be out. You got to be outfitted every day. So that's part of the fun of planning your trip.
Yeah, it really is. It's funny too to think about.
Every day.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's funny to plan it's fun to plan your outfit for different days of the park and stuff like that too.
Times every day.
You do.
Change 50 times.
Yeah, well, you'll enjoy Disney because you'll get to change. You'll get to wear, different outfits and different ears, and we'll have an outfit for every day.
Probably we brought everything over there.
It is fun. It's a lot of fun. Okay, now I've got, just in thinking about Disney Springs and what's there and what I know of Disney Springs, obviously one of the main attractions there is the balloon.
Mm-hmm.
And the balloon is, especially if it's up, you can see it, for miles before you get to Disney Springs. It's absolutely beautiful. I love the classic pattern that they did on that balloon. It's called the aerofoil. We've never been up in it, but hopefully we can do that the next time.
Yeah, that would be fun.
When I go.
Yeah.
I'll have fun.
One thing I would definitely suggest, we haven't mentioned this yet. One thing I would definitely suggest is, and I'll say Jillian and I have done this before. Depending on when your flight gets in, if you're like us, people that had to fly into Disney, if you fly in and get an early enough flight or have a late enough flight on your way out, go check out Disney Springs.
Definitely.
And it's just a lot of fun, and I I thoroughly enjoy it. Also, too, another thing, for example, Jillian and I went to that downtown Disney there at Disneyland on our trip a couple years back, and we ended up going to downtown Disney before we went into either one of the parks. So we got there, and then we were, it turned out, we were at a hotel that was like a 5-10 minute walk from the parks. And so we were like, let's go check out downtown Disney. We're hungry. We got in, we're hungry anyway. Let's go. And so we ended up, another note, we're Landry Select Club members at Rainforest Cafe. And so we ate at Rainforest Cafe there at downtown Disney, and also were able to go in and kind of scout out the souvenirs and merchandise that they had there at World of Disney. So, we kind of had an idea of what merchandise was in the store. And so anything else that we saw in the parks, we either knew, we can pick that up at the end of our trip. So we hit Disney, or we hit World of Disney at Disney, downtown Disney, at Disneyland.
Right.
We went there at the beginning of our trip and at the end of our trip to purchase any souvenirs that we might have missed, and also to get the souvenirs for family too.
Plus, when we get there, a lot of times, when we get there, it's not a park day, because you don't want to blow like a half day ticket.
Yeah.
So a lot of times we'll go straight to Disney Springs, because we're always just ready to be immersed in Disney. And Disney Springs is such a great option for that. You can go, you can wear your ears, and you're in Disney. You're on Disney property.
Yeah.
You can, again, scout out those souvenirs that you might want, and restaurants, go, grab a bite to eat. So it's really great for when you first get there, if it's not a park day or your last day, sometimes your last day, or if you take a rest day in the middle, any day that's not a park day, Disney Springs is a really good option, because you really can spend the whole day there.
Yeah.
get great food, which is what we're going to talk about.
Yeah. So let's see. I guess we'll wait till the end to do honorable mention stuff. But let's see. We talked favorite shops, favorite attractions. I've never done one before. It sounds really cool.
As far as there's Splitsville, the bowling lanes. There's an AMC. Careful, honey.
Yeah, there's what is it? Cirque du Soleil is usually there.
And there's an AMC theater.
Mm-hmm.
Cirque du Soleil. I've never done. Have y'all ever done Cirque du Soleil?
We never have. And then they used to have, what was it? Was it called Disney Sea? And then they have the NBA. Was it the live NBA experience now? Mm-hmm.
They do. Yeah. And there's something I'm forgetting too. Oh, well, there used to be Disney Quest.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm thinking of.
Okay.
Disney Quest. Okay. That's what I'm thinking of.
And
we never did that, but it looked like fun.
Let's see what else. Let's see. There's Splitsville. I mean, there's several things to do. That's that's more recreation. It's not just shopping and eating. So we started to talk about food and you got hungry. There's stuff to do there. There's a huge AMC theater. What else is there? Well, Cirque du Soleil, which I think is like getting kind of a reboot. Are they not? I think because Cirque du Soleil left for a while and they're coming back.
Yeah, maybe. I'd have to look it up.
Yeah. I think that's right. I don't know when they start, but Planet Hollywood is there now. And there you go to Planet Hollywood. They have some good things on the menu, but they have great atmosphere. So if you're a fan of the movies and Hollywood, you may want to go and eat at Planet Hollywood just to be able to get up and explore all the really cool stuff that they have. So yeah,
for sure. I talked to you about it earlier today, but we had talked about Planet Hollywood, and I told you that I could remember back in the day whenever we went. This was probably 2008 or so. They had that giant Sheriff Woody that was just massive in the Planet Hollywood there, and you said you said it's toned down in there now, which disappoints me.
Jeffrey, you said you've been to Disney Quest, so we never made it to Disney Quest. So, did you enjoy it? Did you like it? It's not there anymore, so we're not going to get a chance to do that.
Yeah.
But, that's kind of cool. So there are things. The Splitsville lanes I hear are fun. The bowling alley.
I bet so.
Mm-hmm. That's also a really good option for like a rainy day.
Mm-hmm.
So
for sure.
Starts to rain, Splitsville, you can spend a lot of time there bowling. So that's a good option for that too. I'm trying to think.
Random memory, but back whenever it was Downtown Disney and we went with the Hughes Springs band, there was a store. It was kind of funny because I need to go through and walk Disney Springs extensively, check it all out. But I can remember there was more so of like an official Disney side, it seemed like, and then the other part of it was just like other stores. But I can remember buying a Speed Racer Mach 5 shirt because that was around the time the Speed Racer movie came out. But it's just a random memory there. But I can remember walking around Disney Spring, downtown Disney at the time. With my friends in the band. Yeah. And, just strange memory, but yeah.
Definitely. Jeffrey, in 2010. For Disney Quest. That, as I said, we never made it, but I heard it was really cool. We just that was one of those things when we went down to Disney Springs, we were generally going to shop and get something to eat. And so we've never done a movie or, any of the other things, but there's a lot of cool stuff down there to do.
Yeah.
So it's a good option. It's a good option, especially for a non-park day. And the best part of Disney Springs is the food.
Mm.
The restaurants.
You're getting me hungry.
What's your favorite?
Mimi is making you hungry, Kylie?
Yeah.
You're thirsty.
So yeah, there's some neat stores, different restaurants, places to eat there at Disney Springs. We usually, we kind of have a default, and it sounds kind of funny to say because there, so many places you can get it at, but the Rainforest Cafe, we've been Landry Select Club members for years now, and so that, most of the time we usually make it to Rainforest Cafe. And we've done Rainforest Cafe, here in Grapevine, Texas, and Galveston, Texas. Jillian and I did the one at Downtown Disney at Disneyland. We've done the one at Disney Springs as well. And
they're fun, and they are. I think T-Rex is also part of.
Yes, I think so too. We've never done T-Rex before, but
we haven't. Yak and Yeti actually in Animal Kingdom is also part of a Landry's club or Landry's restaurant chain.
Yeah, so, you told me that.
Yeah, so
there's a Rainforest Cafe that was outside of Animal Kingdom as well. Mm-hmm. So I've also done that one.
Yeah, there is. So if you have that card, and by the way, the Landry Select card, a lot of rewards cards are not that great. The Landry Select card is worth it. Yeah. You get you amass points really quickly that can be used. And if you show up, especially like at Yak and Yeti or any of these Disney restaurants that are part of the Landry's chain, and you don't have a reservation, if you have a Landry Select card, you get to go to the front of the line. You get preferred seating, so that's huge. Yep.
And, we've been to the. There have been multiple times where we've gone to, and it's, it's not just Rainforest Cafe. It's like you said, the Yak and Yeti. I think Bubba Gump Shrimps also part of the Landry Select Club. Yeah. I want to say, what else is? You said T-Rex. The little card tells you. But, it's great. Yeah, it's funny because it's $25 to buy your way into the club. But then they turn around and put a $25 credit on your card. So it really doesn't end up, costing you anything once you get the card in. And we've had waits before, where they told us, it'll be an hour and a half, it'll be 2 hours. And we're like, and then we'll tell them, but we're Landry Select Club members, and pull out the card and right this way.
It's really
we're immediately seated because they hold some seating for Landry.
Highly recommend it.
It's great.
So, what do you guys think of the Disney dining program? Do you use it? Do you like it? Well, I have not used it, but William, I'll let you talk about that.
So my first experience with the Disney dining plan, I actually went with my best friend's family back in 2009 to Disney World. That was the first time I'd ever used the dining plan. And what was crazy, it also huge. I don't know if you'll ever see this, but shout out to Aunt Deb. I love you. And she's not my aunt by blood, but she is by spirit for sure. But love Aunt Deb. Love the McKinney
Aunt
family.
Deb, I have always fondly referred to her as your fairy godmother.
And so, love the McKinney family, love the Posey family, love Aunt Deb. And anyway, our trip with her was the first time I'd ever used a dining plan, and I just thought it was the coolest thing ever. Yeah, I mean, this is, I'm a senior in high school, and it was funny because we had, we'd get the little tickets, they told us, okay, they mentioned snacks at the beginning, but I wasn't sure what that meant per se, like what we could get. I didn't know what we could use them on. But
that was the first time y'all had ever.
And so
we've never used it before as a family.
No. And so anyway, we had we had table service meals, we had quick service meals, we had snacks, and they told us about the snacks, but we were like,
okay, so per day, kind of explain how it works. There are different tiers.
Yeah.
There are different tiers of it,
Mm-hmm.
and you can't get so much food that your family can't eat it. So we have to go middle of the road on it. But you get, and for middle of the road, you get what? One table service, one quick service, and 2 snacks a day, or 1 snack a day?
I think it's just 1 snack a day.
Yeah.
I had to look and see if it's changed. But
it's still plenty of food.
You eat a lot on the dining plan because, for example, the ABC commissary there at Hollywood Studios, I'm not sure what they have currently. Well, they're closed currently, but soon to open. Thankfully, little plug there. And we'll talk in a little bit about the cast member and friends preview that went on today, and what we saw there, thanks to Resort TV 1. But yeah, so I like they do usually like a seasonal cupcake there at the ABC commissary, and it's a quick service meal, but it comes with a dessert, and so I always get this giant cupcake. And I think the last couple of times I've gotten it was Olaf themed, and it's just delicious. The chocolate in it's so good.
Oh yeah. So with the dining plan, even for your counter service,
yes,
you get dessert is included in it.
Yeah.
Your drink and dessert is included.
Yeah. So you get your entree, dessert, and a drink all together, and that's for quick service, and you also get that for table service as well. Mm-hmm. And so one thing that we like to do, because when did the California Grill tradition start? Was it the 2010 trip?
Probably 2010. I think that was. So
we like to celebrate. Celebrate going to Disney by eating at the California Grill, which is at the top of the Contemporary Resort. Mm-hmm. And so
it's one of Disney's higher end.
What Jillian and I like to do is, we'll fly in, except not eat on Disney property for the night that we get to start our trip. And so we bank a quick service meal, and we bank a table service credit as well. And so what we'll do is we'll save that credit, and we'll plan to eat at the California Grill because it's two table service credits. And so we're not necessarily out a meal. We're able to eat a really, really nice meal by using 2 credits versus, eating somewhere whenever we get in. Might not be as hungry, but once you do a couple park days, you build up an appetite. And so it's just really nice to kind of clean up. We have gone in there. They have let us in before, sweaty and wearing park clothes, and so they still let you in. We piled in there, but anyway, so yeah, I really enjoy the dining plan. Now I'm sure you could find some resources out there that really crunch the numbers and put a pencil to it. How much you're spending per meal and everything. But what I love, since we go less than those that may live in Florida or California, what I really love is having the peace of mind to plan in advance. Okay, this is where we're eating on these days, and to think about it. Okay, we've got these credits, and so you can apply. Basically budget your credits for each day.
And you've already paid for it.
Yeah, exactly.
You've already paid for it, so you don't have to. When you get into Disney, you're not constantly worried about, okay, are we breaking the budget on food?
Yes. Exactly.
You don't have to worry about that. You've got, what you've got. Again, we like the 1 table service and 1 counter service and a snack per day. That's tons of food. It's plenty of food. A lot of times you can use the snack credit for breakfast.
Yeah.
Or a large lunch. Some of the food that Disney considers.
Food Blog is a great resource for determining the best ways to use your meal credits.
And if you're gonna, like with us, we know that we're probably going to go to California Grill every time we go. It is a higher end. It's an expensive restaurant, but if you're on the Disney dining plan, it's 2 table service credits, and we say, so it works out. It really does for us.
Yeah,
it is probably well worth it, I'd say.
Yeah. So I thoroughly enjoyed it. A little throwback to the first time that I had it. We got to like the last day of our trip in the parks, and we got to looking at our receipts, and it said the different credit totals at the bottom. And we were like, what is, we asked the cast member, we're like, what is this thing, this snack thing? Like, oh, you get snacks with the dining plan. And we said, what?
Yeah.
Because you already eat so much food with the table service credits and the quick service credits, and getting dessert with every meal. And we're like, we get snacks on top of it too. And so we loaded up on, snacks that we could bring home, got a lot of the Mickey Rice Krispie treats, but that was kind of, a panic mode. It's like, oh, we have all these credits, we need to use them. And so I think we used it on, Disney candy and the Mickey Rice Krispie treats. Because they travel well.
A lot of times, for example, the loaded fries at Flame Tree Barbecue, which are fantastic, that is considered a snack credit. That is snack credit eligible, and totally could be a meal.
And so that's things that you learn whenever you research using a great resource like the Disney Food Blog. We didn't even, on that trip in 2010 with my best friend, we didn't even know we had snack credits. And so we just did what we could with the credits in a panic. And so, if you use, if you do some research using Disney Food Blog, you can find some great uses for your credits in both snack credits, quick service, and table service.
Definitely. But, crunch the numbers. I mean, some people say, well, we go into the parks, we take, some snacks in for ourselves. We don't do table service. If that's, how you do Disney and people do it differently, then the dining plan is probably, you're not going to get the money out of the dining plan. Disney crunches the numbers too. And what happens is they know that people buy that top tier dining plan, and they don't eat all the food.
Use all their credits.
And they lose
money. You're not using it all.
You're not using, so you're losing money.
Yeah.
So think it out ahead of time. We know what kind of eating we do.
Yep.
We like to, when we go in, to do at least one nice sit down meal a day. We like to do a table service meal and cool off, have a nice cold drink, rest, and then get back into the parks. Hollywood Brown Derby in Hollywood Studios is one of my favorite places to do that. So Disney has some really nice restaurants that when you walk into the restaurant, you wouldn't even believe you're still in a Disney park because they are so nice. So, if you don't want to eat bad pillow pizza or hamburgers in Disney, don't do it. You don't have to do it. So, there's great food there.
So,
and Disney Springs is no exception.
Yep. So, and you can also use your credits there at Disney Springs, right, Mom? I think it may depend on the store. You can always ask. But for instance, I don't think that you can use the Disney dining plan at the Rainforest Cafe that's next to Animal Kingdom, if I remember correctly. It's been a long time, but
it's not run by Disney. It is run by the Landry's restaurant group. So, so no, that one doesn't apply. But a lot of the other, restaurants in Disney Springs do accept the dining plan, and it's worth it to do a little homework ahead of time to see which ones do. My number one a restaurant is Raglan Road. I totally love Raglan Road. The food there is fantastic. It is run by a couple of guys who are Irish. They are actually from Ireland, and they know what they're doing. It's fantastic. Their sister place, if you will, that's next door is Cooks of Dublin, and it's the kind of the table service answer to Raglan Road. But Raglan Road is hard to get a reservation for a reason. The entertainment is fantastic. They have cloggers. They have wonderful music. The atmosphere is great, and the food is wonderful. So, highly recommend Raglan Road. If you don't have time for Raglan Road, go to Cooks of Dublin next door and have the fish and chips. It's wonderful.
Neat.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have less experience eating at Disney Springs. I'm about to say I've done the, it's been years ago now, but I've done Planet Hollywood. I've done the Rainforest Cafe there as well. So I've we've also done the Ghirardelli there at Disney Springs as well, and that's always delicious.
Yeah, Ghirardelli. We usually say
I've got a definite sweet tooth. Yeah, so you can just imagine how Ghirardelli goes for me.
Yeah. Now, the last time we were at Walt Disney World, we met my cousins at the Boathouse, and the Boathouse is fantastic.
Shout out to Patrick and Jen.
Shout out to Patrick and Jen. The food at the Boathouse was wonderful. Again, the atmosphere is really nice, and it's a higher end. It's a higher end restaurant. We had a very relaxing evening, just visiting with our cousins that we hadn't seen in years and years. Yeah. And we met at the Boathouse. So I can recommend that one too. There's also the Polite Pig. And I tried the Polite Pig the last time I was there in September of 2019. And I was so impressed, guys, with the Polite Pig. It's a fun atmosphere, but the food there is fantastic. The barbecue, I had the brisket, and I did, a mac and cheese side, and I might have done, I can't remember if I did mashed potatoes or fries, but that's wow. If you like barbecue, the Polite Pig is the place to go. That mac and cheese, yeah.
Sounds really good.
Highly recommend the mac and cheese. So we mentioned Ghirardelli. The other place that's really good and it's kind of expensive, but again, if you're looking for an over-the-top sweet Disney treat, go to Amaret's Patisserie. They have some of the most beautiful Disney creations there. Normally when Disney releases a movie, they'll create a cupcake or a cake of some kind and decorate it. They're works of art. They're absolutely works of art. Amaret's, most of the time, their treats are shareable. So a little expensive, but I think worth it.
Yeah. So yeah, I've next trip I take, I've got to give Disney Springs its due and really get out and hopefully be able to give an updated review of some of the different restaurants and shopping there at Disney Springs.
Yeah, we need to spend some more time there. There's a Joffrey's there, which is fantastic. Love Joffrey's coffee. The food trucks that are there. Now, I've never tried it, but there's even a food truck that just does mac and cheese. What's not to love? Yeah, just different kinds of mac and cheese.
Sounds great.
You can get mac and cheese with brisket. Yeah, it's really good. So, and I've heard that it's excellent. There's also the only place that you can get a hand-dipped corn dog in Walt Disney World. Now, Disneyland is famous for their hand-dipped corn dogs. The only place you can get a hand-dipped corn dog in Walt Disney World is the food truck in Disney Springs. So
okay.
Just keep that in mind. Let's see. What else did I have on my list? Three places that I hope that we can go that I've heard about are really good are Earl of Sandwich.
Mm-hmm. I remember passing by that one.
That their sandwiches are really good. I've seen a lot of reviews and people really love it. Deluxe Burger is supposed to be one of the best burgers on property, and also one that I really want to make is Jock Lindsay's Hanger Bar. So those are definitely, You'll have to be careful, Keith, when you go. because there's a lot of good food. You do your homework ahead of time, before you go, and kind of pace yourself so that you can, splurge just a little bit while you're there, and still maybe stay within your diet, because it'll be a special trip and you want to be able to eat some of that good stuff.
Yeah. So I'm about to say there's that was it the chicken restaurant? Was it Guy Fieri's restaurant? Yeah, what's
Chicken
that?
Chicken
The chicken
Guy.
guy. Yeah.
And what I hear about Chicken Guy is you think, okay, how good can it be? It's just chicken nuggets. What everybody says is the chicken nuggets are perfectly cooked, but it's the sauce. They have, I don't know how many, like 20 different kinds of sauces.
Oh, wow.
So,
that sounds awesome.
Yeah. So his sauce is supposed to be, Chicken Guy is supposed to be. And I hear that it's real reasonable, that it's more reasonably priced maybe, than some of the other places. And Deluxe Burger, again, is supposed to be one of the best burgers on property. So we've got several things that we need to try there for sure. And Jock Lindsay's Hangar Bar, again, it has connections to the SEA, the Society for Adventurers and Explorers. And there's actually a diving bell that you can eat in. There's a table inside a diving bell. So, and you can, when you make the reservation, when you check in, you can ask if how long it would be if you ate on the diving bell. I think that would be so cool. So
interesting.
Definitely Instagrammable.
That's really cool. Yeah, I'm looking forward to checking those places out on a future trip. Some other news. Any other honorable mentions you want to make?
That's all I had. That's all I had on my list as far as things that I already love that I've tried and things that I want to try.
Yeah. So let's see here. Other Disney news. Pass holder preview is Thursday the 9th, and that will be Magic Kingdom and Animal Kingdom. And let's see, both Magic Kingdom and Animal Kingdom open up the 11th, and Epcot and Hollywood Studios open July 15th. So we're very close to the parks opening back to the public officially. Let's see here. A Goofy Cavalcade premiered today at Walt Disney World for the cast member and friends preview day. Joss and Jenna with Resort TV One, RTV1, were there and streamed live all day. So I thoroughly enjoyed that this morning. It was just great to see the parks. It was crazy to see the parks that empty since it was just a cast member and friends preview day.
You had to know a cast member. It was cast members, and they could bring in a friend. So you had to know a cast member to get in today. And Josh and Jenna were lucky enough to have somebody to take them in. It was great. They streamed. Resort TV One streamed all day. If you're not familiar with Resort TV One, you need to get familiar with them. They're an amazing channel. Great people. I've met them more than once, and they're just super people. Very real, wonderful family. They live stream inside the parks. And now that the parks are open back up, hopefully they can get back on their regular schedule. And they do a Friday night live stream from inside one of the parks every Friday night.
So, I think they'll be there for pass holder preview. I want to say they ran down their schedule, and I believe it was Thursday. They're going to be at Magic Kingdom, and maybe I was about to say you can always go to their social media to see what they're going to be.
I think they're going to be in the parks on Thursday for cast member preview, and then they'll also be in on Saturday.
Yeah. So
they've got a couple more streams. They're going to be in Magic Kingdom each time.
Yeah. So really excited to see. I'm interested to see what the park levels are going to be once it's opened back up to the public, and things look to run pretty smooth today. It was crazy to see the crowd levels that low at the park. But they had all the measures in place. Everybody was masked up.
Some of the cast members,
had the face shields too.
They had the mask and the face shield.
Yeah.
So, and they are asking people before they get on the ride and after they get off the ride to sanitize.
Sanitize their hands. Yeah,
Plus
and they have hand
down,
sanitizing stations. So
they're wiping down handrails. Disney is doing this like they do everything. They're going above and beyond.
Yeah.
So what I saw today was everybody had on their masks. You're required to wear a mask in the park. So if you're planning on going in, by all means, find a comfortable mask to wear in, because they do require that. We can't get in without it. But Universal has been doing that. You know, they've been open for several weeks now. They've been doing that for a while, and that's working out fine. So but they did a great job. They're only filling, like if the ride vehicle, say Pirates of the Caribbean, they're filling every other bench. That's how they're doing it. And in the line queues, they have markers on the ground 6 feet apart so that you know where to stand. So they're doing a good job. It will be interesting to see how it shows up, or how it works out when the crowds are a little bit larger, because they will be naturally when it opens up officially. And that'll be on Saturday.
And also, too, we got our first look at the newly painted Cinderella's castle, which was mostly.
What do y'all think?
But now it's got some pink hues and gold accents for the 50th anniversary coming up of Walt Disney World next year. It
does, yeah. What do y'all think about? Did y'all see the castle today? I know, Keith, you were on Resort TV One stream. I don't know if you saw the castle. I love it. I think it's beautiful. But honestly, for Cinderella Castle, Cinderella's color is blue, and I preferred the blues and the grays for Cinderella Castle. Sleeping Beauty Castle in Disneyland is pink and blue, because pink and blue are Aurora's colors. So I personally, if they wanted to, I wish they had brightened up the blue maybe a little bit. But I love the gold accents, and I'm sure that will grow on me.
Yeah.
But I love the gold accents. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous,
Yeah, always.
It's pretty.
Let's see. Jeffrey Resendez says the Adventures of Gonzo will be live from the Magic Kingdom tomorrow. And Big Disney fan said that they saw the castle. And
what did you think about it, Keith? Did you like the pink? What did you think of it? It's gorgeous. It is.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous.
Garrett says he liked the colors before.
Yeah, I did too. For Cinderella, I'm partial to the blue. So,
So you want to share programming notes with us, Mom, for the channel?
Let's see. Yeah, I do, and I'll do that. Garrett, I don't. Honestly, I wouldn't even hazard a guess as to when they'll open Disneyland.
Yeah, I was about to say your guess is as good as ours.
Yeah.
Who knows? I mean, I think it's largely contingent on the levels of the coronavirus spread, cases, and there's so many things to consider. I couldn't even, it'd be throwing shooting in the dark on that one.
Yeah, I don't know either. They had set a date. I believe they set the date. I even did a vlog on it when I heard. I was so excited. They set the date for, what was it, the 17th?
I can't remember what the
was July 17th. Yeah. They pushed that back, I guess, because of the new cases of COVID in California. And honestly, with California politics, I don't know when that will, when it'll get back open. I know that we're anxious to get back to Disneyland. We have good friends that live out there, and we love to come out and visit them and go to Disneyland. So we're real anxious to. I know you guys are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big Disney fan. Cinderella Castle blends with the sunset. Yeah, it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. I did prefer the blue, since blue is Cinderella's color, but we do have just a couple of programming notes here. Oh, thanks, Jeffrey.
Yeah, thank you.
We really appreciate it. We always appreciate you being here. Couple of programming notes. I did a collaboration that was organized by Christie's Corner And basically the challenge was just to do a quote cake by the ocean. And go ahead and check out that vlog if you haven't already. It turned out really cute. I did a Disney cake and I named it the Fab Five Go to the Beach. So I used the Fab Five, Mickey, Minnie, Pluto, Donald, and Goofy on my cake. So check that out. I got some good views on it. I thought it turned out really cute. It was pretty easy. I'm not a cake decorator, but you'll see how I did it. So check that out.
Yeah, it looked delicious.
Yeah, it was. It was. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Nice.
Let's see. Jillian also did a couple of vlogs. Check those out on 2 Disney Scentsy pieces that have been recently released. One is the C3PO Scentsy Buddy Clip, which is great, like to clip onto your backpack in the parks or your purse or whatever. And it does have a Scentsy pack in it. It smells great. And that C3PO is really cute. So check out that vlog on our channel. The other one was the Child Scentsy Buddy. Oh my gracious. That one is so great. I pre-ordered mine, but I have not ordered it yet.
Yeah.
So I've got to get that done. He's so cute. I waited. Instead of buying the plushie from Shop Disney, I waited and bought the Child Scentsy Buddy, and I'm glad I did because he's so cute. So you can check it out on our blog too.
Yeah. Also, Jillian is also looking to put out a new video here soon. We've got to do the filming and editing for it, but just a little teaser here. Doobie doobie doo ba doobie doobie doo wop. HFD. So, there will be a new video that Jillian puts out, hopefully sometime soon, featuring Perry the Platypus. If you're unfamiliar, check it out on Disney Plus. But featuring Perry the Platypus from the cartoon Phineas and Ferb.
And look at its tail.
Looking forward to that Scentsy Buddy video and unboxing that, and the scent. I have smelled the scent bar. It smells great.
Yes.
So just a little plug for that. Be on the lookout for that video. And
this is not it. This is just our Perry plushie that we've had for years and years. But yeah, we're big Perry Platypus fans.
And it's very soft.
So so I'm looking forward to that one. I may have to order that one.
I thought he sold out. I'd have to double check.
Oh, he may have.
He may have sold out.
Maybe they'll bring him back.
I need to double check, but Jillian said he was selling fast. So
it would surprise me. Perry. I think Perry the Platypus is, and the show on Disney, Phineas and Ferb. I think it's kind of a sleeper. It has a cult following though, and we're members, and it's just
for sure
wonderful. Yeah, it's fantastic, and that's what Perry the Platypus is for. If you guys are not familiar with Phineas and Ferb, but we love it. No. Let's see. I think that's all. I think that's pretty much all I had. Again, I guess we'll kind of start wrapping it up here. Don't forget, guys. Next week, Monarch Moments, Michelle and Hannah from Monarch Moments are going to be here to share with us their Disney cruise experience, and they went on a Christmas Disney cruise. I
can't wait to hear about it.
I can't wait to hear about it. I have a million questions. We may go over the hour. I promise, guys, to try to keep it to an hour, but we're really excited about this. I know that there are our cruise channels out there. I've subscribed to a couple, but in our Disney community, if you will, I have not seen a lot of information on the cruises. Yeah. And so I really want to talk to you guys about your experience and ask you some questions about the planning and what to take and just all kinds of stuff. Because at some point we will definitely do that. So we're excited to hear about it.
Yeah, for sure. So excited. Can't wait.
Yeah. That'll be Monarch Moments on next week's show. So you guys plan to be here. And Garrett, I know you'll be here.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, thanks everybody for chatting with us tonight. Big Disney fan, Jeffrey Resendez, Monarch Moments Garrett, and so just really appreciate the encouragement and support. We had so much fun talking with y'all.
Watching.
Yeah, thank you to everyone that watches after this video post as well on the replay.
All your support.
Yeah, thank you for the support. So I think that about wraps it up. Thanks for joining us again for joining us. Looking forward to next week with the collaboration with Monarch Moments, hearing about Disney cruises.
Yeah.
And remember, there's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow shining at the end of every day. And on our channel, we go live every Tuesday night at 9:00 p.m. Central Time. Be sure to join us or watch a replay. Comment. If you watch a replay, feel free to drop in and comment. Let us know you're here. We love interacting with you guys. And thanks again to everybody in the chat tonight. Like, subscribe, ring the bell. We're on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. And also, like I said, ring that bell to let that way you get notifications whenever we go live. Thanks, Michelle. I hope you have a great night as well. Thanks, Monarch Moments. And come hang out with us on social media. Or send us an email at the hitchhikingbones@gmail.com. On our channel, there's always room for one more. So feel free to, let your friends know about our channel and, and about our social media too. And we'll do our best to return the favor as well. But thanks again, everyone.
Yeah, thanks so much, guys in chat. Jeffrey, Monarch Moments, I guess Michelle tonight. We really appreciate it. Big Disney fan, and all of you guys who are supporting us. We always appreciate you guys.
Yeah. So thanks again, everyone. And hurry back. Bye, everyone.
Good night,
have a great night.